Peace reflections. And divine greetings to all the chosen ones. Type shit. Yeah, today's video is gonna be about what is a human versus an earthling. Because we get names confused with like the actual nature of things. And that's what that spell is, signature, to sign your nature. Because your name is supposed to be, like, every word is a title of an energy. So your name is the title of your nature. And that's why I told you guys in the last video, I changed my name from my earthling name to my awakened name, which is Taiyo Shin, meaning sun god or sun heart, because I am the heart of the sun. I am the love of God. Like how they say, for the love of God, I'm here. Yeah, I'm also, I gotta stay in the sun, because I gotta stay in Ra's heat, because winter technology is real. And even though this matrix is coming to an end and it hasn't been snowing lately, it's still fucking cold out here, and cold kills nature regardless. Anyways, okay, so what a human is a manifestation of the hue of light. So like how there's many different like personalities to what a man is. So like you see my different personalities in this manifestation of the hue, the light, or the God that I am originally in spirit. And then, of course we can manipulate shit from the spiritual realm without having to exist in the physical realm. But it's just a lot more indirect. We have to like set shit up and domino stuff. But yeah, so that being said, an earthling, right? Like how all these different earthlings have different titles to their shit just because of the divide and conquer tactic. So like there's Europeans, Africans, Asians, and fucking, all that shit. So yeah, an earthling is just a type of human, and we have many different humanoid creatures or species, entities that physically exist throughout the cosmos. And we also got, you can, when I say physically exist, I said that because you also exist in those 3 astral realms. You also exist in the etheric realm, and you also exist in the Buddhic, atomic, and mental realms. There's so much shit going on. Anyways, we'll get there. I'm trying to think. All right, so that being said, this place is not called Earth. This place, like I said in the last video, is called Kai. And that's where you get Anunnaki from. Anu, like the god of the sky, and Kai, like the beings of the planet, I believe. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. Speaking of the top of my head, y'all might want to get into, jewelry, not jewelry, but like accessories that will be useful for you. So like everything on this crown, not just from the chakra stone, there's also other elements that it's just made out of, and there's also other symbols too. And I'm letting you know about this because I really want to talk about this symbol. I wear it on my crown to reawaken the spirit that I was when we were, when this place was still known as Egypt. Well, it wasn't even the time. Okay, in this present day, they call that timeline Egypt, right? But at that time, we didn't even fucking call it Egypt. Like when we were Atlanteans, we didn't even call this place Atlantis and shit, you know? I mean, we spoke telepathically through vibrations. So we never used words to begin with. And when we did start using words, it was to teach the other earthlings how to speak and evolve. And, you know, the group of us that we sent to go teach those earthlings to speak and evolve ended up trying to betray us, because when we made those earthlings, we weren't supposed to. Our brother Zeus, who is posing as today's god, he made those earthlings. And then, yeah, eventually they escaped their planet and tried to come to this one because they were about to destroy their planet. I think they did. I gotta, you know, get locked in on the story, you know. Not the story, but I gotta get locked in on what the fuck happened for real, because I learned about this shit like 2 years ago. I've been learning about a lot of stuff for the past like 5-6 years, because you go through awakenings before you actually wake the fuck up. Yeah. And don't mind my language, because it's all an expression of God. And I say that because don't mind your darkness, your devil. It's all an expression of God. God is everything, including the devil. The devil, that's too much. Earthlings, right? So names and nature. So like, yeah, like how we say, like how we call the fire hot and the water wet. The water is not, like the water's name is not wet. The water's name is still water. And that being said, when you do create something, right? When you do create a name for something, it's just to categorize all the energies. Like all of these energies, right? They are trying to act out a specific nature. So like light and heat and flare, like energy extends beyond just physical matter, space, and time. So even in action, like how I said, we're vibration and we're frequency. So all of these energies come together, right? And they create fire. So that I just want to really point this out. This will be a topic for another video, but this is how your ego is made, out of different energies, and like how you have different personalities and how you can become a whole different person in specific situations. That's because of how we act just like how nature acts, because we are an extension of nature. We are us in these physical vessels, right? These bodies, these humanoid bodies, right? Because a tree also has a body. So these humanoid bodies, like we are just an extension of all of this nature around us, just like the Fibonacci sequence. Like we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. Yeah. It's only the first 2 videos, and I have too much to teach you. Because I want to give you messages, but I can't give you messages until I teach you what you need to know first. So then you can know how to understand what the fucking message is. Because, like, I want to tell you, I can still tell you the messages now. I can cheat and just be like some whatever, and then just explain it later. So, like, for an example, one of the messages is, we are only doing this for evolution. Like, the only reason we created a hell and a heaven is so we can continuously rise and become better and better. And that's why energy has cycles. That's why we are energy with cycles. Yes, my boy, you have a cycle just like your sister. Oh my God. Like when I popped them shrooms the other day, I was seeing the cycles manifest into the reality, right? Into the world before it came into my physical vessel. And like when remember, you exist in all aspects of your reality. So I've seen it manifesting in all of physics around me before it started to play out in front of, my vessel's eyes, I guess. But yeah, the difference between human and earthling. So I really wanted to break this down because there's people going around saying that there's clones and robots and there's NPCs in this dream realm, right? Like there's many ways that you can phrase it, but that's because reality is also dialogue. So that means even the way that you think on something, there will be dialogue behind it, or want to do something, there will be dialogue behind it. And that's what they call the Book of Life, or the Akashic Records, which is timeless. So when you go into the Akashic Records, depending on what timeline you are on, you can see all of that timeline's past, and you can see all of the many futures that can come from that one timeline. You can also see the many different pasts, like, that could have happened right next to those timelines type shit. But remember that not all of this shit is physical, so yeah, you won't see it physically in a way that will make sense. Sometimes you will just feel it and know how to navigate what those feelings are. But yeah, so the thing about the reptilian shit, right? And this is my favorite part of the video. That's what my higher self just told me. But yeah, so the thing about these aliens and stuff that they say is on the planet, right? Well, first of all, we're all alien to this planet because this planet is alien itself. It wasn't grown naturally like how other planets were. This was kind of like a custom-made planet because, as gods were using this planet for important shit. That's why it's so fucking fruitful too. Like, we've been through how many generations of this war, right? Of them fucking up our planet, and she's still sprouting out these lovely ass tall bushes, because these trees aren't what the actual trees look like. These are bushes. Look at the bush on your yard and compare it to your tree. Then compare the tree stump after the tree's been cut down, right? Because they cut down our real trees. I'm sorry for the change in my voice. I just don't like to explain shit that should be known through common sense. Like, if you don't see our actual trees here today, then obviously they've been cut down. Sorry, I'm an intellect, so I get aggravated with that shit. Anyways, yeah, then you look at the mountaintops, right? And then you can notice how they look similar to the tree stumps after a tree's been cut down. And then, now you can have a better idea of what the world would have really looked like if they didn't fuck up our planet. But then again, you can't think about certain things until you've already thought about some other things. And this is why ignorance is not bliss. That phrase aggravates me too, because again, I'm an intellect. So ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance just keeps you content and docile to what the fuck is actually the problem. Because sometimes when you have a problem with something, you don't even know what the actual problem you're having with that thing is. But yeah, every time I repeat the title, that's just me coming back to the point, because I be drifting. So humans, what is a human compared to an earthling, right? So an earthling is just, like I said, another type of human. But on this planet, right? Because there are original beings that were made from the planet. Because, that's what we are. We are energy. We're not physical. We can become physical whenever we want to. But there's been a spiritual warfare going on. So because the planet herself has been lowered to such a low frequency, she hasn't even been able to understand how to cooperate with us spirits when we ask her to create another body for us. And this is something I haven't even looked up yet. It's something I just found out on the spot. I'm standing in the sun, and because light is energy and energy is information, when you're fed the light, that energy and information from the sun, it enters your pineal gland. Also, please wear these symbols, wear your ancient, power, and like express your other past lives, right? Express those energies and personalities of them, because you need to reawaken your soul, your spirit, and your physical vessel. Remember, they all have their own consciousness. Like, some of us souls come from Sirius X, which is like the birth, like, which is like where the gods hang out type shit, the gods of all. And then there's some other gods, right? Because there's different levels to deities that will, like, there's draconian gods too, for that, the great dragon mother and everything they got going on and shit. So like, yeah, like there's different, like how we have different skin tones, there's different races to us, okay? I don't want to be racist, and I don't want to sound stupid, but, sometimes logic can just be that basic, which is why we follow the other energy. Because we need that chaos to help bring in new energies that we don't normally work with. And now I'm about to repeat the title, because that was like a 4-minute rant. Difference between a human and a fucking earthling. So, we are all technically earthlings, just because we were born under this matrix system. So like how you would call me an African American or a black man. No, I'm not none of that. None of that shit. No. Yeah, you can call me a fucking human though. You cannot call an NPC a clone, or a robot. I forgot what those are called, like cyborgs, I think. Yeah, you can't call those things earthlings either, because those are just those are creations. Those are just, things. But I just really wanted to make this video also to let the chosen ones know the difference of who we are. We are the original man. We are the hue-man. Like, we are the hue-man. Because we extend, like, some of the species on the planet were made from just the astral realm or just the physical realm. But some of us extend past the fucking mental realm. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, don't think that when I'm talking about we came from a different place, like a planet, like, not everything is physical. We extend beyond. Alright, I guess that's it for this video. I'm gonna try and make a video like every day. So I'm not gonna be editing these these motherfuckers for like, I don't know, the first 5 videos. Cause yeah, I'm really musical. I'm gonna for sure put my brother's playlist in here. You feel me? I got some people in Minnesota that be making music. Check them out. It's called NCK17, I think, like Nick 17. And then shit, I don't know. I'll put it in the description and shit when I start editing videos. But till then, peace reflections and stay woke, chosen ones.